welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. We're going to do another pick a card, as you could tell. Looking into new love coming towards you right now. We have 3 piles, as you can see. This is pile 1. The Star Seeker Tarot. Pile 2 is the Dreamy Moons Tarot. And then pile 3, just the regular tarot, original tarot. So yeah, we're just going to take a general look in it's like new love coming towards you at this time. If it is someone from the past, it has to be someone from the very, very far past, so that it could be like a new situation. So yeah, we're going to see what's happening during this kind of a crazy time. We have Venus retrograde, we've got Mercury about to go into retrograde, so I think August might get a little more chaotic towards the middle and end of the month. So let's take a look right at what is coming. So we're going to start with pile 1. Going to start with the Star Seeker Tarot. And then, yeah, I forgot to mention this in the introduction, but I'll mention it in every pile so that you guys know. I'm going to be doing an extended reading for each pile and look into the person's intentions and spirit's advice for the situation. So, if you're interested in that, thank you. I really appreciate it. The support to my channel really helps me to be able to keep doing these readings. So thank you so much. But if not, then we're still going to get lots of stuff here. So we have the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, and the Four of Swords. So you could be in a place where you're not really like looking for love, or you're not really like going out and trying to find it. It's not like you're necessarily resisting to it, but you're just like in your peace or in your power. You're yeah, you're not really like doing anything to try to find it or to get it, or you're just like content with where you are. You're at peace with where you're at in your life or your situation, with what's around you. Um, like you're all good, but you're not necessarily like you could be. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm not like I'm all good. I can take care of myself. Um, you're like not so quick to want to give to others or like be vulnerable to others because you don't want people to like steal your peace or take your peace in some way. It's like you've found a way to like take care of yourself and you're content with what you have, so you're hesitant to like want to step out and like offer that to others or like be vulnerable to others. So you could have your guard up a little bit and be like defensive a little bit, but it's not like you're necessarily rejectant of it. It's just more coming from this place of like, I had to work really hard to get here and now I'm really secure with where I am. And so I don't want to like be vulnerable with someone. I don't want someone to be able to come in and like mess up what I have going for myself, or like take you out of your peace, or yeah, like mess things up for you in some way. So we have the Star in reverse here, and the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands like popped out right away. So there could be someone around you, right, that feels really, really passionately towards you, or like is really excited about you, really drawn towards you, really attracted to you. They feel really lit up by you. Say they've like kind of been here for a while, but you've just kind of like been um minding your own business, or like focusing on your money, or just focusing on taking care of yourself in some way. So it's like you could know that this person's really attracted to you, or they're really interested in you, or like has a crush on you in some way, but you've like chosen not to pay attention to it, or to just like pretend like you don't see it, or like turn a blind eye in some way, even though it's like really clear, right? um yeah, you're like purposely choosing to like look away or to not pay attention to something. So for you, you could have felt like, yeah, this person could have been around you for a while, but you felt like you didn't feel very hopeful about the situation, or you felt as though giving to them or being vulnerable to them would mess you up from like, one, disturb your peace, like I was saying, but like disturb your ability to be able to progress forward, and keep like things in a balance, like keep your money going, or um, mess up your ability to like show up and take care of yourself and keep moving forward. So you felt like you had to kind of like ignore it, or yeah, you didn't think it was going to be like good for you in some way, or that you didn't think that this other person would like give back to you. Um, yeah, you felt like if you were to like let this person in or be vulnerable, then they would end up taking more than they were giving to you, and then it would set you out of a balance here and like throw you off. Um I'm getting that like this person's either like obsessed with you or you feel like they're obsessed with you with the sun. It's like your whole world revolves around being able to be secure and take care of yourself and balance out everything so that you feel really comfortable and at ease in your life. You really value like your peace and like your mental health. You're taking care of yourself in some way. And it's like their whole world revolves around like, from your perception, you feel as though this person is just sees you like they're just like attracted to you on a surface level, or they're like drawn to like the way that you look, or like their passions, or like they just see you like intimately or something like um yeah, you feel like they have like bad intentions here to or like they're just overly run by their desires. So it's like you may not have taken this person seriously because you feel like they rushed in too quickly just based off of like a surface level desire here. And you kind of feel like they don't really know you, or they don't really know your journey, or like how hard you had to work to get to this point. So they maybe wouldn't fully like appreciate and value you, or like be able to give back to you in a way to where you could still like take care of yourself the way that you've learned to over time. It's like you really had to overcome something or multiple things, and then this person's just like rushing in so passionately, you feel like they're not gonna like take the time to like learn how to like nurture you or take care of you or give back to you in the ways that you need. um but yeah, they do, they feel really drawn towards you. They feel like you're like this really warm person, or they have a lot of like burning desire. They could also be trying to kind of like emulate you in a sense, or mirror you, so that um, you'll like feel the same way or feel the same spark with them or see them in the same light. Yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Strength, it's like you're in this very independent energy, and like you had to work really, really hard to get to where you are in a sense. So, what I'm getting is it's like you're not sure if you're maybe resistant, or you would have your guard up, or you don't have a lot of hope or faith in the situation, or it freaks you out for some reason because you're not sure if it's just like your ego like being resistant to like people, new people coming in, or like being, it's like you're not sure if it's like you just having your guard up and like not wanting to give to someone, or not wanting to be vulnerable to someone new, like being secure and comfortable like being alone, or just like knowing that you can take care of yourself, or being so being scared to like open up and trust another person to take care of you or catch you, or like see and like be able to meet your needs in the same way that you can. You're not sure if you're hesitant of that, if it's like a valid concern, um, or if it's just like coming out of your ego and you're like overly trying to protect yourself, and you're like pushing people away that could potentially care about you and give back to you, or if it's like yeah, you're not sure if it's like your ego here or if it's valid, right? If it's if you are better off like taking care of yourself at this point, and like not letting anyone in to disrupt what you have going on, right? Yeah, because maybe this person is just being like too hasty and too obsessive, and it's like red flags, or they're already starting to like revolve their whole world around you, or you just feel like they feel too passionately, too quickly. You don't know if it's going to last. You don't know if there's like really anything that can truly grow from this, if it's like worth it, like opening up or investing in it here. So you could be trying to like communicate with spirit or like get some sort of sign to see like if it's worth it or if it's like a good idea here. So you're kind of like trying to figure out like, do I continue to like rely on myself or do something I've always known here, or like um maybe like you've always kind of just like trusted your gut and relied on yourself. So you're like, do I continue to um like protect myself and keep myself safe, or do I like trust someone new coming into my life and doing things like differently than I have before? So you're trying to like communicate with spirit to see like what's right here. Um oh, we have toxic. So yeah, for some reason you feel like this person is toxic or something, so you haven't really been willing to look at them or give them much of a chance. So you're trying to figure out like, is that just me always being hesitant of people or pushing them away, or is this valid? Like, is this person actually gonna kind of throw me off and like mess up my ability to take care of myself? And it's like you don't want to go into another toxic relationship or like go down that path in some way. Falling apart, falling into pieces, all torn up. Very interesting. So you could be like, even though you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm at peace, I don't need anyone else, like deep down, you could be like really lonely or kind of falling apart on the inside. It's like you really do long to have like connection or support or help in some way, but it's just like you're hesitant to get into it because you don't want to make yourself vulnerable and then end up losing more than if you would have just persevered and continued forward by yourself. But it's like that method is kind of not really working for you anymore. So um you're starting to maybe look at people that you would have not really looked at before, you would have been like hesitant towards before, and kind of taking a double take and being like, well, am I the one being toxic, or am I the one like being too judgmental or like having too high standards here, being unrealistic in some way? Um, yeah, or am I the one that's toxic because I'm so freaked out by how much they like me and revolve their whole life around me already? I feel like they're obsessed with me and it weirds me out, or are they toxic because that's too much? Like yeah, you're starting to like question things, whereas like before you were just like always like overly independent, or you just always had that one perspective. you're like, I can get it, I can take care of myself on my own, like I don't need someone to disturb my peace. But then now you're realizing like that may be the problem, or that may be the thing that's like preventing you from being able to connect with others. So again, it's just like this energy where you're just not sure like which one it is here in this case, right? So let's look at, we're going to look at what this person coming in would say to you. And then in the extended, we're going to look at their intentions and spirit's advice with the Hermit Tarot Oracle and the Key Oracle, possibly Sacred Symbols. It's whatever I feel called. Um, but we're going to look at just like what they would say to you right now. And then, yeah, in the extended, we'll look at like their intentions behind approaching you and saying what they would say and stuff. And then, yeah, spirit's advice to go along with that. My life is not going as great as I make it appear. So yeah, they could also be falling apart here. On the inside, but it's like they're just putting on a show or putting on a certain presentation. And maybe you're aware of that, and that's part of what makes you feel like they're kind of toxic. Our conversation have left a lasting effect and cannot get them off my mind. You consume my mind at night and I can't stop thinking about you. So yeah, more of like the sun and the Eight of Wands. For sure. I prefer to stay silent when I get asked about you. Yeah, so that's where we're going to leave that for pile one. And like I said, you can use the link in my description box to purchase the link to a unlisted YouTube video where you'll be able to view the extended reading. And yeah, I just thought about it and felt like this was a good way to one, make my videos a little shorter, and then two, like allow others to kind of support me in a way so that I can continue to put these messages out for the people that are really interested in them. So if you are interested and you do end up looking into the extended, I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And like I said, just allows me to continue to put these messages out there. So yeah, we'll be using the same deck in the extended reading. We'll put that to the side for now. All right, so pile 2 is the Dreamy Moons Tarot, and this crystal here. Ooh, so we have the Knight of Cups, and I first read it in my head like the King of Cups. So, dang, okay. So, yeah, I first read it in my head like the King of Cups, but the first thing I saw was the unicorn. So, something could be coming towards you that you never thought possible, or that you um, didn't believe in, or that you never thought would happen for you, or it's like you never really thought love could be this way. Someone who's very grounded, emotionally mature, wants to come forward and give you like a real offer, um, something that has like life to it, and that you guys can both grow from. Very genuine and sincere, right? So it could be, like I said, something that you lost faith in, or gave up hope in, or didn't believe existed, or never thought would happen for you. I just heard the Shrek song. Love was something, only something in fairy tales, like something, but not for me. I don't know how it goes. Smash Mouth, is that what it is? Shrek. Anyways, everyone knows Shrek, but it's the beginning, like when he's um, like all dirty in the beginning. It's like the theme song. Thought love was something great, but not for me, or something. I don't know. Anyways, um, don't judge me based off my singing abilities, please. But yeah, it's also okay. So then, with all of this blue down here, it's like you're okay. You could be coming from a place of like, this manifestation is coming out of a place of like you being kind of like um brought to your knees, or like brought to your rock bottom in a sense, because something could have happened in the past. Okay, because then we have the 5 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. So something could have happened in the past here for you to where it's like maybe when you were young or like your first love or like when you were a kid or just something in the very, very far away past for you was very disappointing in some way. So either someone walked away from you as you guys got older, you never felt like you really got to see where it went or what it grew into because, yeah, someone maybe had to move away or like there was something to where like you were separated from this person um, prematurely in some way, like before it really came to an end on its own. And so it caused you to become like really pessimistic. And maybe it's like you didn't even realize that because it happened like when you were so young. Like I'm getting this image of like, whenever you're kids and you live in like a suburb or whatever, and like you fall in love with like the little neighbor kid and you go on like little walks together and get ice cream and sit in the porch, locals like porch swing or tire swing in the local park together and just like have a cute little bond. And then one of them like moves like however many houses over, and then it's like kind of too far for you to ride your bikes to each other, and then now they're in a different neighborhood, so they go to a different school, so it's like you don't see them anymore, and then you just like grow up and never talk to each other anymore, and then like you always think about them like as you're older, like whenever you were like a teenager, you always envision that like they would be like the first person that you were with or that you were dating, so then whenever you were dating someone else, you like always thought about them or you always like held on to like whatever that was it in some way because like I said it like ended like prematurely in some way, so it's like you had a hard time like getting over it or letting go. It like put a really early impression into you in some way. So it was like you kind of associated like being vulnerable, being open, being emotional, showing your feelings with like the pain and the trauma of like whatever like didn't work out in that situation. So it's like you maybe didn't you maybe felt kind of uncomfortable with that or like uh yeah, like I was saying, it's like you lost hope or you lost faith or you, even though there was still like this potential to meet someone new and have a really strong emotional connection with them, or this potential to reconnect with this person again in the future. It's like you just kind of like gave up hope or you became kind of like pessimistic or you gave up on love in some way or you chose like not to believe in it because then that was like easier than like dealing with the pain or the loss of the situation in some way. So now this unicorn coming back in, this person coming back in with this emotional offer, it could be that person from the past or from when you were kids that you got separated from prematurely or it like fell apart or one of you had to walk away um, before you guys were like really ready for it to be over in some way. Like that specific person could be coming back or just another person that you're going to feel that same type of like emotional connection or emotional bond with. It's like you'll connect with this person in a way that you haven't with anyone else since you were kids or something, or you'll feel like really guided or like really drawn towards this person and it'll be like, huh, like I haven't felt this receptive or open towards someone since I was young, or I was younger since my first love, or something like that. Yeah, it was either like that some specific person that you got separated from or had to walk away from when you were a kid or when you were really young, or like your first love coming back in, or something like that, or someone that you connect with or feel a similar type of bond with that you did back then when you were kids or in your first love or when you were really young in some way. And so it's like you never thought this would happen or you never thought you would experience this type of a connection now, or you never thought this would like come back around. You're like in disbelief. You like can't even believe your eyes that you're seeing this person again, or that you could like feel these types of feelings and emotions for another person again after something in the past has been like so long since you've been like open or allowed yourself to like feel something or go there in some way. So we have the Magician, King of Wands, and Queen of Wands. Very interesting. So yeah, it's like this divinely led. Um, this person coming in sees you as like their counterpart here. Um, you could too, like you see them as like on your level or like your match. So maybe like ever since this happened when you were kids, you've just kind of like become such a like independent person or something in some way, and so you never met anyone else since then that you really felt like was like a good match for you or was like on your level or was like the same level of like passionate as you or something, or you never thought that you would find someone that you like desired in the same way. And then it's like the same thing with your person, like this person that's coming in towards you is like feels the same way towards you that you do towards them, so whatever that means. Like if you're like, oh my gosh, I never thought I would experience a love like this, they feel the same way. Like they never thought they'd be so drawn towards someone or feel so passionate towards someone, be so attracted to someone. They never thought they would find someone on their level either. um it's like both of you with the Magician, you both feel like it's too good to be true, or you just feel like it's like this divinely led thing, like there's like this greater power like pulling you guys together or helping you guys to come together, because you neither one of you would have like sought it out because you didn't even believe that it existed anymore. um or like now that you're coming together to the Magician, it's like now that you're coming together, you're like a power couple. Like you're so much more powerful together than you were individually. Like you're both going to realize that. Um, just so you each, like the level of like fire and passion that you each feel for each other is like reciprocated, or you're each like equally attracted to the other. So it feels like too good to be true. Um, you both feel like you manifested like your perfect ideal person, and you're like in disbelief, or you're just like confused on like how it could even be possible, or like how it could have like finally came together. So say it is this same person that like from your childhood, or that you got like separated prematurely from, for, like when you were younger, or teenager, from a young age, or your first love or whatever that was I was picking up on. Like that person feels the same energy as you, is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's you, I can't believe I'm actually looking at you. Or it's this energy of like you guys reconnected in some way, and then once you did, you were both like so caught off guard and taken back to see like how in alignment you are with each other. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, like we both developed into like the exact same person, and we haven't even like seen each other in this whole time, and it's like tripping you out, and it feels like too good to be true, or like it's like overly meant to be or something. It's like you're mirroring each other, but yeah, it just doesn't, almost in a way that doesn't even seem realistic, or possible, right? Like you're just like, wow, what are the odds that like you grew and developed into the same type of person, and you have the same interests and passions and like love language, or you see the world the same way that I do, or you've developed to the same type of like status, or with that energy of like you know, they also thought they were, it was just not possible, or they were never going to find someone that was like on their level. And then they're like, oh, of all people, it's like this person I loved when I was a kid is like the only person I've met is an adult that's like actually on my level. And it's like you guys both kind of feel that way. Like you feel like they're the only other person that has like the same set of tools or skills or values, or the same like life experience to see the world the way that you do, where you guys like really match in some way, and so it almost seems like too good to be true, or like how is this possible, because we weren't even like around each other. Ooh, envy. So um it could be kind of hard for you, like if you're really attractive, or you're like someone who's really successful, or you're like on in a certain status or a certain level in your life. It could be hard for you to have like friends, or to like really find people to date, because it's like a lot of people just see you as competition, and like they go through the same thing. Like they're also like really attractive, or really successful, or really grounded in some way, so a lot of people like see them as a threat. Or yeah, a lot of people just get like jealous of their lifestyle or what they have to offer, so it's like you're both like, you never thought you would find someone who was like equally like is attractive. Or it's not even about the way that you look, it's just about the fact that you're both like secure individuals on the inside, so you can handle being with someone of that status, right? So yeah, it's then you like match each other in some way. So we have nightmare and fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. So I feel like whatever you lost, or whatever you had to walk away from, um, that you once, really, really cared about, or it's like you saw yourself like always growing up, and this being it for you, like whatever this was that you had when you were really young, something you really cared about when you were younger, you always envisioned like once you got to a certain place in your life, it would be that person like doing it with you, or sharing it with you, or experiencing it with you. You thought you would like enter a certain status or like level in life like with them, or you guys would do it together. um, you would share something together. So it's like whenever you lost this, or this was taken from you, or you had to walk away, or they had to walk away, or whatever happened here, um, then it's like over time, as you like developed into those certain life stages where you always pictured um, that other individual like being there with you, or being the one to go through it with you, it's like that was like your worst nightmare or something. um, Growing up and like not having this person by your side was like your worst nightmare, or like you could have really tried to like fight for this at one time, or like keep this somehow, or cling to this, and it just like didn't work out. It's like you ultimately had to like let it go, and this was like one of the hardest things that you've ever had to do or something. Being able to find your way and like move forward after this, it was like you didn't like let it go easily, because you didn't want to like have to live to see like a certain stage of your life like without them in it or something. That was like your worst nightmare, and you kind of had to like live through that and get through that on your own. So now it's like you have this Queen of Wands, like you're this very emotionally stable, mature, grounded person here. And a lot of people are really drawn into that energy, right, that you give off, including this other person that's coming in towards you, because they give off the same energy. So it's like they've had to really level up and mature, and like put their passions to the side, and do hard things as well, so they understand, so they see like a certain type of energy or maturity in you that they're really drawn to where they're like, okay, we could be really stable together, or be like a power couple, because we both know how to like control our passions or our emotions in some way, or not let like yeah, they don't see you as this overly emotional person that would like let your passions get the best of you or like control you. It's like you have the tools to stay really grounded and centered, and it's like you know your worth. Um, so that's really attractive. So we're gonna look at what they would say to you, some things they would say to you, and then in the extended, we're going to look into their intentions and spirit's advice for you here. So we'll use the Hermit Tarot Oracle, the Key Oracle, possibly Sacred Symbols, just a few other oracles to get, yeah, their true intentions towards you and spirit's advice regarding the situation. But for now, we'll get a few message cards to see what they would say to you. I am afraid to see you with someone else. Very interesting. Yeah, they feel like this is too good to be true. It's like they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna find, people like this don't exist. Like this is one in a million. Like I'm never gonna find someone like this again." So they feel like they really need to come forward and express the way that they feel or open up and like make some sort of emotional offer to you in some way. I won't be able to handle myself near you. I think we I think we both can agree this isn't meant to be. Very interesting. I was literally just about to say, well, this was such a positive reading, but okay, so I think this was from the past. Like, okay, so if the person that's coming in is like the same person that you had to like let go of or that you really loved, like when you were younger, when you were a kid, like your first love, um, something definitely happened here in your past, right? A long time ago, where this did not work out or did not go the way that you had really hoped that it would. And like I was saying, like letting this end or walking, you may have tried to really fight for this, um, really showed how much you cared here. Um, but yeah, like letting this end and allowing yourself to walk away from this here, it was like uh one of the most difficult things, right? So that could be like then with them coming back in, you're in this energy of like, is this real? Are they real? Like, I never thought this would happen. I never thought I would see this person again. Like, you're so shocked and confused. So a part of it is like they could be just scared to see you with someone else, but also it's like they could feel like you guys have both leveled up to um, the place that you need to be uh, in life, right? So they feel like it's finally like time here. But yeah, that's there could be this energy of you being like, well, I didn't think this was possible. I never believed that this would happen or this would come back around or I'd connect with this person again. Because at one point they literally told you they didn't think that it was meant to be or they were interested in you at some point, and so you were forced to like let it go and walk away here, even though that kind of like destroyed you. But also with the Magician, sometimes we get this like smoke and mirrors kind of like manipulative energy, or like I just picked up on this or heard this energy of like someone who kind of like goes in and out, and then every time they come in they have a way to kind of like manipulate you to take them back or something. So you would never want to be dealing with something like that. um, it's like with the Magician and the Knight of Cups, there could be this energy of like what they're saying actually is too good to be true, and they're kind of like manipulating here and trying to like mirror you and present an image like uh they're on your level, or like, yeah, they're in the same place that you are, but really they're kind of like putting on a show here, or like it's like a smoke and mirrors type of thing, or yeah, it's like too good to be true. It's like unrealistic to actually follow through with like the presentation they're putting on. They're not actually going to be able to meet you on your level. Wow. So we're definitely going to have to look further to see that. So in the extension, or in the extended, I meant to say, yeah, we're going to look into their intentions and spirit's advice. So that took a really weird and unexpected turn, but it's okay. We're going to look into it. So yeah, I just wanted to say I really appreciate if you are interested in the extendeds, or you choose to make a purchase with me. It really helps me help support my channel so I can continue to make these readings and connect with all of you here. So I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, that is all I have for pile 2. So I'll see you in the extended, or if not, I hope you have a really great day. Yeah, we're going to use the same deck, the extended. That was just really unexpected turn there at the end, so I'm kind of excited to go back to that. Okay, pile 3. It's just the original tarot. So we're looking into new love coming towards you. Too many, Spirit. Oof. Right away we have the devil at the bottom of the deck, so that's never the best. Ace of Pentacles. And then the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. And the Ace of Cups. So this person is definitely going to come in and make like an offer here, make a presentation. I feel like they are going to offer you commitment. They're just going to seem, they're going to come in. It's going to seem all too good to be true. Like they're going to come in, they're going to offer you stability, commitment. They're going to be vulnerable. They're going to let you in on their emotions. They're going to seem to choose you immediately right away and want to like offer you stability and commitment right away. Open up to you right away, almost to the point where it's uncomfortable. Like almost overshare so much right away. Not getting like love bombing, but with the devil, it's like I think they want to come in and make it seem as though they're so committed and stable and grounded, and this is such a great offer for you to like want to go for it and be all in and like also choose them until you're kind of like hooked in the situation, or until you're committed, or until there's like it's hard for you to like get out or remove yourself emotionally. You're kind of like in it, if you will. And then you realize like maybe because with the aces, it's just like an opportunity. So it's like they're going to like present it that it's going to be this certain type of way. And then like once you're in it, it's not necessarily going to go the way that they're trying to like offer or seem like it's going to go. And then we also have this here. So like sometimes in a general reading, the Queen of Wands can just be like a karmic person or like a third party or an outside influence. So there's either some sort of like outside influence, like they have like an overly connected like auntie or mom or grandma or someone in their life that really controls their decisions. Like they make it seem like it's going to be a certain type of way, but like the actual reality of like whether or not they choose you is going to come down to this other person who has like a lot of control over their life. Or so like that could be the third party type of energy, or they're gonna get you like so hooked in the situation or like so deep in it that by the time you realize like they have someone else too, it's gonna be like really hard for you to remove yourself. Or then you'll realize like that it's not actually what they presented themselves to be or presented it to be, or what they made it seem like it was gonna be, because there's actually someone else that they're also invested in some way. So that could be like someone else that they're also dating. Um, or it's like a mom or like a family member or like a colleague or someone that's like really overly connected or invested in their life or has a lot of control or power or influence over their choices and their decisions. So there's like it's going to come down to like someone else, like the final decision on whether or not they choose you or you two are able to like move forward into the next stage of the relationship is going to be dependent on like someone else's opinion, or yeah, someone else is going to have like more control over like the way you guys move forward or how you move forward or like which direction you go in or how much they invest in you or how much they open up to you emotionally. Whereas like right now they're making it seem like it's just there's like so much potential or there's like this really great opportunity here. Yeah, someone else is going to be influencing like how much they give to you, how much they open up to you, um, the way they give to you, the way they show their emotions, the way they invest in you, um, like whether or not they choose you and you guys move to the next level. There's like someone else that has a lot of like control over them in some way. So then once you get in the situation, then that person will have a lot of control and influence and like be making the decisions for you inadvertently because you're going to end up like giving up your control by coming into the situation somehow. Or you realize there's like a third party that's like controlling or influencing things in some way. It's like now your life is being affected or like held back or set back by like this other person they were choosing to engage with. Um, so it could be at first I was hearing like it was someone else that they're like dating and like not wanting to tell you about until it's like too late or you're in too deep here. It's like it would really like affect your life negatively in order for you to get out of it, remove yourself from this. So then you would be like forced to kind of like put up with some sort of dynamics or something that you wouldn't have had you have known about this. You wouldn't have like taken the opportunity or chosen to open up or invest in this in some way. Or like you wouldn't have chosen this person if you would have known about this other factor or this other person or how much influence they had. Ooh, we have nightmare. So yeah, like once you get in this, it could turn out to be a nightmare here. Or like this other person that's around them, like their mom, their auntie, whoever influences their decisions so much could end up being like jealous of you. And so then they like control the amount like that this person like gives to you or opens up to you because it like makes them jealous for some reason, or it's like in order to make themselves feel more secure, then they like feel the need to like control the relationship or the dynamic, and so then it turns out to be like your worst nightmare here. It seemed like there's like potential for you guys to come together and have this great opportunity here and really open up with each other and like but it's like in order to choose each other, like there's going to be some sort of outside influence or outside dynamic in the relationship here that will make it really hard for you guys to like move forward and stand on your own 2 feet and not have any outside influence. So yeah, it's like people being jealous of like you them choosing you or them treating you the way that they should, or you guys like being really solid here. It's like everyone else um like all these other people, it's like everyone else getting like really jealous here that like you guys are moving to the next level together. And so then there's like one person in particular that like influences things so that it like limits your guys' ability to really invest and open up in each other and move forward, really choose each other, stand on your own. Venting, talking about your issues. So yeah, if you are like venting or opening up to someone or talking to someone, then that could kind of like give them the fuel that they need to know how to like have power over you or to like control you in some way. Um, or you could be like so frustrated by this other person influencing things, and so you're trying to like vent to someone else about what's going on. Like to you, it's just like regular frustrations, it's just like everyday venting at the nail salon type stuff. And then whoever you're opening up to and talking to is like, oh no, that's actually like this, that person's doing that on purpose, or like that person's influencing them in the way that they're treating you on purpose. Like it's like taking someone else's perspective to um give you to allow you to see it in a different light, so you realize like there's like a deeper ulterior intention here with this person. It's not just like a coincidence that all of this stuff is happening, or that it's like going a certain type of way, or that it was all so great and now this is happening, or every time you guys try to take it to the next level or get more serious, there's like some sort of weird interference, or it's like you're starting to put two and two together, that it's like all this weird stuff that's happening that you really wish wouldn't be happening is like no coincidence, and it's like definitely from like one influence here. Yeah, some you venting, you just generally venting about it to someone else could help you like put it all together. Family time. So like yeah, spending time around your family and like letting them know like what's going on, opening up to them could help. They could be the ones to help you to see, because like say it's like say it's like you're the person coming in, it's like their mom or aunt or like grandma or someone in their family. It's like it might take then your family to be like, oh, you know, me as a mom, I can tell you that that's like overstepping. I would never do that with my son or daughter, or like that person has too much influence over your guys' relationship. Like we would never do that. Or you can kind of like base it off of like your family or like a more healthier family dynamic around you to see, to kind of like put it all together here and see like the greater influence that's going on, or like what this person, you know, how much power and influence this person really has over the dynamics and like your guys' ability to grow and move forward here in the relationship. We have arguments, putting them in their place. So it might come to this. Like it might come to, in order for you guys to progress where you would like to in the relationship, it might come to you having to put certain individuals in their place, or your person may have to put certain people in their life in their place in order for you guys to be able to move forward and be successful, have a healthy relationship. This other person though could be trying to put you in your place, or like hopefully your person's not taking their side and helping them to put you in your place. That could be what's going on with the devil. Yeah, we will look into the extended to see your other person's intentions and advice from spirit. So we'll get to know and see a little bit more of that in there. So we're going to look into what your person would say to you, or the person coming in here would say to you. And then in the extended, we're going to use the Hermit Tarot Oracle, the Key Oracle, and possibly Sacred Symbols, just whatever I feel called to after that, to yeah, like I said, look into their intentions and what spirit's advice regarding the situation. My life is not going as great as I make it appear. I wonder if life has been better for you without me in it. Wow, this other person could have a huge effect on their mental state here, to really cause them to like look at things in a super negative light here. I fear rejection and I am afraid to reach out right now. Yeah, so I feel like there's definitely this other person really influencing them to see things a certain type of way, or to feel like they can't move forward, or that like you won't choose them, or there's someone that could be like really jealous of you that is influencing this whole thing in a really negative way, or just getting your person to um keeping them held down in like a lower level vibration, so they're not able to see the potential here to like come together. um so yeah, I believe that is all I have for the reading. And like I said, we're going to move into the extended and get a little bit deeper. So I'll see you over there if you choose to. And I just want to say thank you. If you choose to make any kind of a purchase from me, I really, really appreciate it. And it just helps support me so I can continue to um, make readings and try to put these messages out there for everybody. So, thank you so much. And if not, I hope you have a really great day, great night. And bye. Thank you.